Singapore General Hospital will be providing clinical insights to support the development of AI-enabled products that can be scaled up across healthcare systems. Now, these include tools that can identify early memory problems in seniors and predict the risk of kidney disease among diabetic patients. Earlier today, the AI in Health Symposium saw 2 deals signed to expand the sector's capabilities, especially as Singapore's population ages.
Diabetes is one of Singapore's most pressing public health challenges, with complications like kidney failure, blindness, and amputation. Diabetes is devastating for patients and strains our healthcare system. An AI tool that can help to identify high-risk individuals for early intervention is not just a research achievement. It is a direct response to one of the most urgent health needs of our population.
Beyond the use of AI in healthcare, young innovators across Southeast Asia are also looking at how the tech can be used for public good. At the inaugural AI Ready ASEAN Youth Challenge, more than 600 proposals were submitted. Of them, 11 national teams were picked to present their solutions, which range from healthcare, education, social inclusion, and agriculture. And here to share more, we are joined by Umi Sawa Suhaimi, who is part of the winning team from Brunei for their solution on dementia care. She's also a PhD student in digital public health. We're also joined by a representative from the judging panel, Khoo Sing Meng, Director of Talent and Ecosystem at AI Singapore. Now, Umi, let's start with you first. Firstly, congratulations for winning the inaugural award.
Thank you.
Tell us more about your team's motivation behind the idea and what problem were you trying to solve?
So it started with a personal story. I know someone with dementia. I know a lot of people with dementia. And when we start having conversations with them, it's like repeating the same conversations over and over again. For me, it may sound repetitive, but for them, it's new information every time. So the idea behind the project is that we want to support the people taking care of these people. And beyond supporting the caregivers, we also want to support the patient and the healthcare worker. So we want to build an ecosystem to improve dementia care.
Now, Sing Meng, let's go to you now. There are lots of conversation about AI, typically about jobs, about workers. But is it too early to begin thinking of using AI for public good? I mean, how can we get governments, non-profits, and perhaps the youth communities to work together to create meaningful projects such as Umi's?
I think it's never too early to talk about AI for public good. Technology by itself, in principle, should always be serving the public good. So with the government, with the youth, with the NGOs coming together, it forms a strong coalition where government can bring on board priorities and scale. The non-profits can bring on the local context relevancy as well as the community trust. And what the youth bring on board are their ideas as well as the local agency.
Now, Umi, now that you've won the award, how are you going to take this to the next level, perhaps helping the community in Brunei or maybe Southeast Asia?
So we want to start with validation. So we want to make sure that the app that we built suits the Bruneian population. So we got to validate whatever model that we're using behind the app to suit for the Bruneian population. Next, once that is validated, we want to integrate it into our national healthcare system. So that's the BruHealth, so that it can be used within the country. So the goal is maximum reach. So everyone with the app, everyone with the BruHealth app will be able to use it. And finally, the last goal is, of course, we want to expand it beyond Brunei. So expand it towards the ASEAN region. Because dementia is not just a Bruneian problem. It's also an ASEAN problem. Like the stats says, 51% of ASEAN dementia cases are missed. So 51%, that's half.
Well, certainly looking forward to that progress. Sing Meng, tell us, how is the adoption of AI across the region? And definitely there are uneven gaps here in terms of adoption of AI. How are you going to address that? How do we address that around the region?
I think ASEAN is a very diverse environment. We have different communities, all with different local conditions, different access to technology and even infrastructure as well. So what binds them together then is what kind of AI literacy should we actually embody and push together? AI literacy that should aim towards inclusive and aim towards local relevancy. That would be a very good starting point.
Now, how is Singapore leading the region in AI adoption? Is there potential perhaps to stretch the nation's competitive advantage in the field?
Perhaps not so much on leading the adoption. Singapore has its own AI journey since 2017 with the formation of AI Singapore itself. But that is also building on a very strong backbone of digital infrastructure and digitization. So I would say that because of our local conditions, we tend to be able to pick up the affordances of AI fairly quickly and be able to integrate that into not just everyday life, but into businesses and practices also.
Now, finally, Umi, how would you, going beyond challenge, how would you advise to help innovators across Southeast Asia to use AI for social good?
I think I just want to say that don't fear AI. Don't fear using AI. So if you have an idea, you can use AI to help you elevate the idea from the ground up. Just try it. So you won't know where it may take you. It can help you speed up your idea. It can help you solidify it. And of course, with the use of AI, you always have to verify everything.
And Seng-Ming, how do you hope to see AI being adopted in this field?
Certainly, the AI Ready ASEAN Youth Challenge is an opportunity for us to create this platform where ideas can come from all these youth to look at opportunities for them to realize. So what we are hoping after the challenge itself is to be able to bring on more communities with the aim of maturing their ideas into solutions, opportunities for them to put it into field testing, and then eventually be able to roll these solutions into the communities that they wanted to serve.
Seng-Ming and Umi, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we've been speaking to Umi Sawat-Suhaimi, who is the first prize winner of the AI Ready ASEAN Youth Challenge 2026, and Khoo Seng-Ming, Director of Talent and Ecosystem at AI Singapore. Thank you.